What is going on, everybody? So today I wanted to have the CEO slash founder of HUKR on my channel today to talk about updates. We did a Twitter space, about a week and a half ago or so. Got a lot of exposure about what you're doing. If you just want to tell people, what your vision is and a little bit about yourself and what you guys are doing right now, kind of give them a background, and then I want to play the video you guys have done, and then we'll get into everything you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. First off, thanks for having me, and welcome to everybody who's watching. My name is Alex Hellenbach, and I'm the founder of HUKR, Help Ukraine. We launched a project literally the day that Russia invaded Ukraine, and the idea behind the project is to collect donations and basically not just collect, but generate donations for the people in Ukraine. And the way we do that is by implementing DeFi, and we use a tax or a fee structure where we take fees from for people who buy and sell the token, and those fees get donated to the people in the Ukraine. Mainly, up until now, we used endowment, and through endowment, we've been donating through to 7 different charities. So that's been the first step that we took, because we found that it was the most reliable, and it was the most secure way of donating. But by now, we found other ways and other channels, and we've been donating to people directly on the ground, to the military, to people who are trying to evacuate people from the Ukraine, and just trying to get more involved on the ground instead of just donating to charities.
So, look, a lot of this media, a lot of it's propaganda. A lot of we don't really know what's the truth. We got, people saying some of these videos from 10 years ago, and they're just being replayed. They're saying Zelensky really isn't out on the front line. So based on the interaction you've had with the Ukrainian people and the people that you're able to get these resources to, what are they saying? Like, what is actually going on out there right now with the people that got their boots on the ground?
It is full on, it's a war. I mean, it's not being blown out of proportions. It is a war. I've been sent footage from the people I've been interacting with, because after we've done the donations, I was like, okay, like, what's really going on? Can you shed some light on it? And they've sent some footage over, and I mean, what you see, I mean, I don't know what people see on the news, but what I've seen on the internet, and it's really happening. They're bombing everything. Like, it's not like they've been presenting it like it's just military against military, and we're not touching civilians. No, they're bombing hospitals. They're bombing everything. So there's like no rules to the game.
So that's something I really want to touch on today too. So I know here in America, the propaganda media machine is basically kind of saying, well, Russia's laying down. Russia's like emptying the gas out of their tanks in their vehicles and fleeing and surrendering. I don't know how true that is. You know what I mean? Because what we just saw, these hospitals and all these other places get bombed a few days ago. To me, that doesn't sound like Russia's retreating anytime soon. Like I said, the video and the people that you have on the ground, I mean, what are they saying compared to what the media is portraying right now, as far as Russia just looks like they're giving up or going home? Because to me, that doesn't seem right or accurate at all.
No, it doesn't. And I haven't heard from anybody that, like, I haven't heard one person say that it's getting better. Like, they're like, it's the same or it's worse. They're getting closer. They're attacking more with, more artillery, more soldiers. So it's getting worse. Actually, it's not getting better. I've seen some people in our Telegram. I don't know if it was spam or whatever, but people like, the war is over, you can pack your bags or stuff like that. No, it's not. It's not over. It's not over at all. So yeah, I don't know exactly what the media is portraying, but Russia's not giving up, and I
Yeah,
can't imagine
yeah.
Putin
So
giving up.
that's the vibe. I mean, bro, I've been in Iraq. I've been other places. For the media to just say that Russia's just giving up after a full-blown invasion, attacking
No,
Ukraine on all sides, the amount of money and manpower and resources that are being used to attack Ukraine, I don't buy it. I just don't.
exactly,
And that's
exactly.
why we need somebody that has people on the ground outside of corporate, media outlets that are able to tell the people what is really going on. I mean, like we were discussing right before you came on, I'm seeing pictures of people holding their dogs, holding their kids in the subway, trying to get away from these bombs. Like I said, man, I just feel like if people don't get an unbiased, real view of what's actually taking place over there, they're blinded by whatever the media tells them. So, like I said, the fact that they're saying they're bombing hospitals. I heard on the radio that there was women at a maternity ward, literally getting ready to go into labor, had to leave the hospital. Like, I mean, so it is mass chaos right now. I mean, that is what I believe is going on.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, like you said, we just talked briefly, and I mentioned those people weren't prepared for a war. Nobody was. It just came out of nowhere. And yeah, I mean, it's chaos there. They don't know. I mean, it's not like they don't know what to do, but they're not prepared for it. So yeah, it's mass chaos.
And one thing I want people to really understand about what he's saying right now is the government, the military, they might have been somewhat prepped for Russia.
Yeah.
Because Russia threatens them all the time. But when you're a civilian in a country that's being invaded or attacked, how do you get ready for that? Like, how do you prepare for that? Because you just don't know. You know what I mean? And some of these people, they don't have the resources. They don't have the money. They don't have the means to get away. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
exactly.
It's just truly tragic for the innocent people that are there, especially when a foreign entity comes in and wants to invade. And like you said, I mean, the guy's not going to stop bombing. He's going to keep doing this until he's either stopped or till he takes over Ukraine.
Exactly.
So I just feel like people just don't understand. They're literally blinded by, like I said, here's what happens, Alex. People get on Twitter and they get on social media. And like I said, what happens is they play a couple of these old clips, right? They're like, showing tanks running over cars and stuff. Well, as soon as the media comes out, like, well, that's false. That was 5 years ago. Then people start downplaying what's really going on because they're like, well, maybe they're not bombing them. Maybe maybe they're not doing all this stuff. But in reality, they absolutely are. So
yeah, they are.
Social media really is the devil. I want to take everybody over here for a second, show them the video that you've put together, and then we'll come back and discuss, what you've done and what you continue to do for the people of Ukraine. But I think it's a great cause. So give me 1 second.
Support Ukraine and its people during these troubling times.
Of course, it does that every time. So, I mean, this is a 5-minute long video about what you guys are trying to do and what's going on over there. And, I implore all of you to take the time to look at this and watch this video. Of course, it's going to be difficult right now. It's no surprise. But so you guys literally got in there the day Russia came, right? Like that was your goal, was to get boots on the ground and start helping as soon as that happened?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I've learned about it that morning. We're in the same time zone. I've learned that Ukraine was attacked. It was like, I think it was 9 a.m. And right that moment, I contacted my friends, the other 2 devs in the project, and was like, look, guys, we got to do something. And let's put our heads together and think about what we can do. And then we came up with the idea of HUKR and the tax system, how we could implement that. And we just brainstormed it. And I don't know, 3 hours later, we had, the contract deployed and the token was ready. So, and it was a successful launch. We managed to up until now, we managed to donate 105 ETH, which is like $300,000, and counting.
So one thing I really like about this organization, what you guys are doing, so this is one of the only places that I've seen put a donation tracker on their website, which is, I feel like, extremely important today, especially in cryptocurrency and all the scams and frauds that are going on. What do we always see when there's some kind of conflict or problem, right? The first people that come out, they put together some kind of scam. Hey, donate to Ukraine, donate to this. And we really don't know where our money's going. So those of you that are not familiar with crypto, everything is on what's called the blockchain. So every single transaction here has a receipt from the person that sent it to where it's going. So if he says, right here, 8 ETH was donated, which is about $25,000, it went to that person because everything is trackable on the blockchain. So these are just massive donations that have come in to help the people of Ukraine. And I know we have the crypto aspect, like if people want to invest as crypto investors and help Ukraine, and obviously, crypto people would get in it for money, they get in it for whatever reasons, they have personally. But as far as the average person watching this right now that doesn't really mess with crypto, that doesn't want to mess with crypto, how can they donate to your cause?
That's a good question. Now, we partnered up with Freedom 22 DAO about a week ago, and they're building a fiat on-ramp for us. So people will soon be able to donate fiat, whatever currency they choose, and it will directly be transferred into ETH onto our wallet, and we will donate it to those in need. So it will be a very easy and seamless process.
So I know when you first came on, you were talking about the 7 charity places that you're helping. So there's the Revived Soldiers of Ukraine, Nova Ukraine, U.S. Ukraine Foundation, International Committee of the Red Cross, Hope for Ukraine, the Lalika Foundation, and the Ukrainian Children's Aid Fund. So out of the donations that come in, I'm guessing the endowment place is funneling them to whichever one they find needs it the most at the time. Is that kind of what's going on?
No, all the donations that they get in for this specific section of their webpage, which is Ukraine, they divide the funds equally to all 7 funds/charities. So they all get the money in equal proportions on a daily basis.
Awesome.
And I know that for a fact because I've talked to the CEO and founder of Endowment, Mr. Robbie Heger, and he confirmed that, like, we were talking, and at that very moment, like he said, I just processed another, I think it was like $50,000 or $70,000 in equal proportions to all 7 charities, and they do that every day.
And I'm gonna, like I said, if you guys, this goes like 8 minutes, and I'd rather Alex be able to really tell you guys what's going on. I want to explain something to you guys so that you kind of understand. So there's a roadmap, and one of the questions that I've been asked, and I'm sure Alex has been asked, is, say the war ends tomorrow, why would we want to keep investing, or why should we be involved in this project? So I'm going to tell you personally from my experience being in Iraq and Baghdad and all these other places that the war is never truly over. All the buildings have been destroyed, lives have been lost, all their resources are depleted. So the war could end tomorrow, but unfortunately, all the devastation and loss and trauma, this is going to be something that has to be funded for a very long time, and they're going to need a lot of help. So exactly. If you want to just kind of explain to people, why they should keep investing or care past once Russia says, okay, we're done, or Russia gets defeated, or Russia pulls out, why they should keep being so involved in this project.
Yeah, definitely. What you said, that's 100% correct. The war right now, it is, it needs funding, it needs money for A, the military, and B, for the people who are trying to get out of the country and who are being hurt but that's like the tip of the iceberg. Like you said, if the war stops like now or tomorrow, that's where the actual funds will be needed. I come from Croatia. We had a war here in '91, so that's like 30 years ago, and the country's still not rebuilt. There are still cities who are, the buildings are still in ruins because there's no money. So rebuilding an entire country because Russia is bombing all the major cities, they will need decades to rebuild those buildings, to get all the people back to live their normal lives, to rebuild factories, to rebuild hospitals, schools. It will take a long time, and they will need all the help they can get. So this project is just getting started, and we're not going to, our plan is to eventually evolve into a global entity that will help not just Ukraine, but whoever needs help, other countries, other causes. But, that will happen at a later stage. Right now, our main focus is really helping the people of Ukraine, and we will continue to do that, for as long as possible and as long as needed, because, again, it will be needed for literally years, if not decades to come.
So two questions. I know since you were, involved in the bombing and the war in Croatia, realistically, how many years did that take to rebuild Croatia, or is it even fully rebuilt?
No, it's not fully rebuilt. The major cities are, but the Vukovar, which is a city that's like, I don't know, 3 hours from here where I live. I'm in Zagreb. That city is still, it's not in ruins, but a good portion of the city is still damaged, and the buildings are, some of them are not even, you can't even live in them right now because there's no money to rebuild them. There's still holes in the walls, and it's pretty bad, and I don't see it being fixed anytime soon because there's just no money.
So two things: is the passion and drive that put you into this project, is it because you went through a war yourself, or do you have a specific tie to Ukraine that you're just really passionate about?
No, I actually don't have any specific ties to Ukraine. It was simply I guess you could call it an impulse. When I saw what's happening, it just reminded me of, what was happening here. And that was one part of it. The second part of it was just, I just, from a human perspective, I just felt the need to do something. And, we didn't know if this project's going to raise any money or if it's just going to fail, but it was the only thing at that moment that I could think of where I could see myself helping. And I would never be able to donate, $300,000. And this way we were able to do that, and we will continue to donate, and we will hopefully reach a lot more donations. And that's something that I would never be able to do on my own. So I just felt the need to do something, and I'm glad that I did because it's working out.
So two things. I actually talked to that Freedom 22 DAO. They seem like really great guys. I know they're trying to implement a program on your website. So someone like me, say I have no idea how to use crypto. I've never been involved with it, but I'm really passionate about this. I saw this video. I like your vision, what you're trying to do. There's going to actually be a portal where they can donate, via their credit card or just regular donations that way. And right now, like I said, this is a cryptocurrency, so you can invest in the cryptocurrency, or you can invest. So when you invest in a cryptocurrency, you're also aiding the vision and the project itself, because how much of the percentage is going back to the people?
So if you're interacting with the token, if you're buying the HUKR token, investing in it or trading it, 6% of your purchase and 8% of your sell goes to the donations to Ukraine. So as for
so guys, I want to touch on what he just said real quick. So there's two reasons that I really wanted to bring Alex on, right? Because one, a lot of these charity tokens, they only give 1 to 3% to the charity. I saw a token come out a couple months ago that said they were giving 1% of the funds to veterans. That's not a charity token. As far as I'm concerned, that is a money grab. That is people lining their pockets. That is people that are not really passionate about the cause. When I see a project giving 6% of just your buy and 8% of your sell strictly directly to the organization they say they're trying to help, that speaks volumes. But secondly, the fact that he's on camera, right? Because a lot of these people, they get behind these projects and they put out these projects and they say, well, I don't really want to show my face. Like I don't want anybody to know who I am. I'm worried about my safety, or I'm worried about this and that. The guy's right here. You know, he's like, here I am. Here's what I'm about. Here's why you should invest in this. Here's why I'm passionate about it. I think that speaks volumes, because like I said, a lot of you that are in cryptocurrencies, you know, some of these people are nowhere to be found. They don't want to be seen. They don't want you to know who they are. He's right here. He's putting his face to the project. He's standing by it 100%. So before I go over to your Twitter, as far as these NFTs, do you have like a specific artist, or are you going to have multiple artists that are kind of donating their art and their ideas to help you guys?
It's both. We will have our own NFTs. We're building our own. So there will be a section of our very own NFTs, and they will be teaming up, or we are teaming up with different artists who will donate their art to, we'll sell it together and on OpenSea, and then the donations will be donated to Ukraine. So it will be a mix of both.
So here's their Twitter, guys. Obviously, the link to the website. Under the 300K ETH donated is the Telegram link. So you're more than welcome as an investor or somebody that has questions to jump in, or you can message them directly on this Twitter page. Do you want to tell everybody about this Bullish Rebels partnership you just put together?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's going to happen next week, and the guys are so awesome. They reached out to us, and we talked a little bit, and they have a very similar vision to us, but on a more global scale. And the guys basically, they're going to donate, but in a very interesting way. They will get their entire community together, and they will do a max buy, a huge buy next week sometimes, and so 6% of that buy obviously will go direct to the donations, and then they will set the tokens that they buy. They will send them to the Ukrainian government, so the government can sell them at any point and use that money for whatever they see fit. And at that point, the government will have that money, and we will get 8% back from the sell fee, and then we can donate that back. So it's a loop, and it will be like a triple donation. It will help HUKR get more exposure thanks to the guys at Rebel, and also the government will get the money. So it's a very cool thing, and we're really proud and happy of that partnership. The guys are really
so I mean, I've been in a Telegram, and they seem like a really stand-up group of guys.
Yeah.
What do they do exactly? Like, what is their vision? Is this the first project they've helped? Do they help other projects? Like, what are they doing different or specifically geared towards you guys?
We're the first project that gets their help, so to speak. They set up this program where they will be helping different projects with different needs by interacting with them and donating. We happen to be the first one, so we're very proud of that. As far as the project itself, they're basically a collective of individuals, and they're building a community around themselves, which is very, has a positive mind and who wants to help other people and other projects, and just, be a backing force for those projects and help in any way they can. In our very specific situation, they want to donate a max buy, which is just amazing because it all gets donated. So that's very generous. Yeah,
guys. So I mean, go give them a follow. They seem like they just started a Twitter. Obviously, they're coming right out the gate, making a big donation and trying to help HUKR. So jump over to Twitter and give them a like. Like I said, I've been in the Telegram for a while now. I see these guys in there all the time. They're really nice guys. So I would definitely go give them a like. And if there's something that you can use them for, feel free to reach out. So let's see, we have some questions here. So Marissa Garcia says, we are volunteers working on this project for free. We really need to help those people in Ukraine. There's a lot of
big shout out to Marissa and the rest of the team. She's one of the administrators in the Telegram group. We have, the best possible people on there, people doing visuals, small video clips, imagery, taking care of the Telegram, helping with Twitter, reaching out to people all on a voluntary basis. We have 40 plus people helping us promote the project, calling it, showing it, you name it, all voluntarily, just like you who brought us on here. It's all on a voluntary basis, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And I couldn't do this without all you. So
I do want to, like I said, I've been in the Telegram. There's actually quite a few people on Twitter that put out, they also did free of charge calls. Hey, like, looking at this project. Am I right? There was a lot of people just over the last few days that have really stepped up and not asked you for anything in return, just trying to help your cause. I thought that was extremely a great thing to do, because we know a lot of these YouTubers, all they care about is money. They have no interest in the project. They don't care about the people. And I thought that was just really a class act of some of these guys that reached out to help you guys.
Yeah. Again, we had like 40 plus people from the space giving us, calls and shout outs. People who usually, some of them usually charge for it, which is perfectly fine. That's their living. But they were like, no, we're not going to charge you anything. This is a good cause, and we're going to support you. We had those same people doing it multiple times, so it's not like a one-time thing. People really stand behind it, and the longer the project goes, the more they trust us, and they see that we're not a scam or anything. We're not doing anything funky. So they starting to trust us, and we're really starting to build a partnership with them. And it's just amazing. They could choose, to charge us, but they don't. And we're really thankful for that.
And I want to tell you guys one thing. Like I said at the very beginning of this, when I first saw this cause, I was like, hey, Alex, come on a Twitter space. Let's try to get your name out, do a little bit of this stuff. But I kind of sat back for a week because I really wanted to make sure, right? If my name's attached to something, I want to make sure these are really good people. And at the time, you weren't doxxed, which in crypto, dox means nobody knows who this guy is. So since that Twitter space, he came out, put out a video. Here's who I am. Here's what I'm about. So I was like, I got to keep, keeping tabs on them, see what they're doing. You've been doing nothing but, keeping your promises on every single donation, everything you said. So I was absolutely just ecstatic that I could get you on and let you, talk to everybody on a platform where you could show your face and talk to the people. But is there anything else you want to, let people know or tell them, or anything else about this project or how to help?
Yeah, thank you for bringing me on. It really means a lot. As far as how you can help, just get involved. It doesn't have to be a donation through us. Please, we have on our website, we have the link to endowment, and we'll put up links to more charities or more on the ground individuals who we trust that you can donate to. So again, HUKR is another way of donating, but it doesn't have to be through us. It can be directly. So at the end of the day, it is about helping Ukraine. So please, whatever you can do to help, do so. It doesn't have to even be money. If you can, spread the word, share the links, just talk about HUKR. That really helps. It helps more than you know. So whatever you want to do, it is more than welcome.
Yeah, and like I said, guys, like he just said, look, man, if you can't help or you're not in a position to help, you can always share or like a tweet and kind of just help get the name out, because maybe somebody that is in a position that they can help or fund this, is going to see that. So yeah, man, I really appreciate you coming on. I'm really excited to see you guys doing big things. I'm excited over the last few days that, you know, a huge influx of money has been coming into this project and helping you guys. And you're always welcome back. If you have any updates or any big news that you want to share, all you got to do is reach out. You know where to find me. You're always welcome back on here. And if you have anything else to say, let me know.
Oh, thank you. We'll definitely be back. We have some big things planned. Unfortunately can't talk about it right now because I don't want to jump the gun. When it's 100%, I will reach out and we'll definitely do another live stream. And again, thank you for having me here. And thanks for everybody who's been tuning in.
Awesome. And thanks for all of you guys that have been donating and helping as well. Alex, be safe over there. Keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you, brother. See you around. Bye.